Hey everyone, welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. Before we begin, be sure to let me know where you're watching from and drop your crowns in the chat. TikTok, we are live on multiple platforms. We're live on Twitch, we're live on Twitter. That's at TheKempire as well. In those places, I will be able to see your comments as well. We're also live, of course, on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. We're live on Facebook on Kempire Daily and The Kempire on Facebook. And if you go to one of those platforms, I'll be able to see all of your conversations. I won't be looking at TikTok as much, but if you just want to watch and hear what we are saying, this is your show. Team Kempire, this show is yours. This is a place for you guys to weigh in on Sunday night's episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac. I already shared my thoughts, and I have some new ones, and I have some tea, and I have to talk about Karen Huger stopping by the Wendy Williams show. I know there's a lot of conversations that we need to have. Earlier today, we did a conversation on the Nivea interview with Candy. If you missed that conversation, be sure to check that video out after tonight's live. Shout out to everyone dropping their crowns in the chat. I see you. Maryland's in the house. Harlem's in the house. What's going on, Sheila? What's going on, Kimberly? You know, I have never been to California. Tamara, what's going on? Shout out to the new team members. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Nia, thank you so much for the love and the super chat. She says, hi, I've been waiting on this. Yes, Nia, this is going to be your opportunity to call in. I've already posted the link. I hope that's the right link. I hope that's the right. Let me make sure that's the right link, y'all. I have so many things backstage. Let me just make sure I posted the right link for y'all. Hold on. Yes, that's the right link. All right. All right. We've pinned the link on the Kempire Daily YouTube chat. So feel free to click the link and that will bring you to our backstage. Once you've called in and you've weighed in, then just drop out. That way we're able to have more people call in. So if this is your very first time being here on the channel, I'm your boy, The Kempire. We talk hot topics all the time, and we also cover some of your favorite reality stars and reality TV recaps. Shout out to our new Team Kempire members, a part of our YouTube membership. Appreciate you guys supporting the channel. Appreciate you so much. But as I said before, it's not mandatory, but I appreciate the support so you can get things like this that we're doing. You know, new things, working on a lot more. And trust and believe, the team is very small. Okay, I have other people that handle other things. But when it comes to all of what you see here, for now, the team will grow. The team will grow, but you guys are a part of the team because by watching the videos, by sharing the videos, by slipping in my DMs with stories, you are Team Kempire. And I just want to say shout out to you guys for always supporting the channel and always being here. So tonight, as I said before, this is about you, having a conversation with you about Sunday night's episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac. But before we get into that, I wanted to talk about Karen Huger's interview with Wendy Williams. So as you know, Karen Huger had a big night. It was the battle of the OGs. Giselle and Karen were going at it. I didn't see this coming, and I completely forgot at the reunion that, you know, Karen shaded her. But she didn't shade her as bad as Monique did, but I guess Giselle was like, you know what, I got an axe to burn, and I need a storyline because Jamal's not coming back on the show. It's true. It's true. He already said it. He said on social media. But her pretending this last episode that relationship was real, I'm just like Giselle, I liked Giselle in the beginning. I didn't love Karen in the beginning. And now I found out Karen's my Taurus sister. I didn't even realize that. I probably would have loved her in the beginning. But that's all right. That's all right. But one thing I have to say, Wendy Williams is a master at her, controlling an interview. I'm not going to say she's the best interviewer. She's not. But she's really good at controlling an interview and getting the guests very shook. Not Miss Karen Taurus Huger. Yeah, I added that middle part. She truly just owned that entire interview. I was so impressed. She got out her products. She got out, what was really going on the show. Wendy's always very distracted, but no. Miss Karen Huger was like, no. That's not what we're doing today. We're going to promote this. We're going to talk about this. This is where we are. We're going to talk about the hot box. We're going to talk about fake and phony. Let's take, before we get into Karen Huger, shout out to everyone in the chat. Rasani says, welcome to the team. I think I told you that. Nicole, welcome to the team. No, at Jamal, not today. Oh my gosh. Wait, hold on. Oh, damn. Shanta said Karen did not shade her as bad as her own dad. Agreed. We heard her own father on a hot mic talk about Jamal so bad. We all were like, damn. But as I said before, Giselle needed a storyline. She knows what makes good TV. This is where I have to compare it to someone like Kenya Moore. She understands her assignment because we all loved it. No matter what team you're on, you're like, oh, shoot, what is going on here? I didn't expect this in episode 1. Speaking of episode 1, I like Ashley. However, that scene with her and Michael, I was bored to tears. Rewatching it earlier today, I was like, oh my God, can I fast forward through this? But I said, let me not, just in case I missed something. And I did miss some couple things. Them trying to pretend like they're the Cleavers. No. I'm not here for it. I don't care for it. No. Honestly, I was more entertained by Robyn and her fake storyline. Anyways, so I want to talk about this interview that Karen Huger did with Wendy Williams. And there's just certain parts that I want to highlight. We're not going to play the entire interview. There's just certain parts that I want to highlight from this interview where she talks about the Giselle situation. All right, hold on. One second, y'all. Boom. All right. Let's do this because I'm going to post this up for you guys as a reminder. Okay, so in regards to the Eddie and Wendy cheating rumors, she talks about that. Of course, Wendy got it wrong a little bit. Let's get into it.
Sister that's married as well. Mm-hmm. And she got her boobs done. They look good. Well, let's talk about who's starting this rumor, though, this year. Let's talk about who started what rumor? Who brought the Wendy rumor? Again, Giselle. She comes after every married woman's relationship on the show, and it's getting old. So stop. Yeah. That's the pattern. Yeah, little T. Okay. Well, look, her boobs look great. There are no stretch marks. Woo! Her boobs. Happiness? Uh-huh. I just want to give Wendy a shout out, though, because I actually named Tiff and Fee, season 1. Now, Happiness is right hot on the trails, and they are sitting up gorgeous. I'm so happy for her. Yeah. And I like her booty, too. You know what? I'm gonna be quiet about the bootay because she's dishing it out in doses. But I'm with you, Wendy. I think there's a lot more done. Wendy looks refreshed, and she looks fabulous, but it's her story to tell, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So now at 58 and looking wonderful.
We'll stop it there for now. So they go further into the conversation, and I just want to get my minute marks correct. They go further into the conversation about Giselle, and of course, Wendy's watching the show, and I get it. Wendy has a lot on her plate. Wendy Williams, I'm talking about. But she's always getting her facts mixed up. I'm like, Wendy, what are you talking about? Who's the basketball wife? And you don't know the names? Look, and I get it. Robyn is a non-factor. But I did like Robyn. But if you wait till we get to the sneak peek, y'all. Wait till we get to the sneak peek of next week's episode. I took notes on that, y'all, and I'm gonna break it down for you. What's happening in the scene at Wendy's home? But back to this conversation. Let's just fast forward this to this mark. Hold on, y'all.
Ashley's in a great place right now. She just had her second baby. Yeah. I think that the basketball wife, who's burning, she's been on too long. Like who's what? Who's burning? Oh, you're talking about Giselle with the hot box. Okay. Well, is she a basketball wife? I know she was a basketball girlfriend. She's not a basketball wife. She's not a wife at all. So she probably did date a basketball guy. Go ahead. And I didn't say burning. I said hot box. Y'all fill in the blanks. Okay, let's talk about Monique. Yes. Monique quit the show. Is she still friends with you? I am not a fair weather friend. I am friends with Monique. I absolutely adore her, and I'm sad that she's gone, but decisions were made, and I need to respect that, and I do, but we're still friends. I can't remember why she quit. Why'd she quit? I think she just had enough, when it's your time, you know when to bow out gracefully. What's she doing now? She's raising her kids and loving her husband. And unfortunately, she just lost T'Challa, so I just talked to her, Wendy. Her bird passed away unexpectedly. Oh, her bird. Yeah, T'Challa, the other star of RHOP.
Facts. I love it. I love Karen Huger. Although she says that she stays off of social media in regards to the comments and things like that, no, Karen's in the comments. Karen's watching these videos. Hey, Karen, my Taurus sister. Okay, so Karen Huger, as I said, if you're just joining us, we're talking about the Real Housewives of Potomac. We are recapping it. I know we did a lunch hour recap. That was my recap. This is your opportunity to call in and share your thoughts. We already have a few people backstage. If you had thoughts on Sunday night's episode, I want to hear your thoughts on it. This is your show. This is your show. I'm just dropping you a little tea, just a little tea of what's been going on. So next week's episode, we got a sneak peek. Bravo Insiders got a sneak peek of what transpires in this conversation. So I took notes, y'all, because I was like, there's no way I'm going to remember everything that I saw in this sneak peek. So Giselle and Karen are going back and forth. They're going back and forth. According to Karen, the reason why she's so upset at Giselle is because of what she said about Ray. Even though she said multiple things about Ray that I feel like Karen should be married about, no, she's mad at Giselle because Ray 4 seasons ago he had a conversation with Giselle, and he said, your looks will fade. You need to, settle down and find a man now, and da-da-da-da. Well, in her confessional, Giselle was sort of like, you'll be 6 feet under before these looks fade. Y'all remember the memes that people were making after last season's reunion, right? Okay. She's a beautiful woman, but the looks a little, never mind. But Karen says that she was upset about that. Robyn chimes in. She's like, why are you upset about that? That was so long ago. Why didn't you address it then? She said, well, my children were young. And the shady producers go back to that season and show the kids at her, remember she was having that party where she dressed up. She dressed up in Indian garb, right? Okay. And they show her daughter. She was 19. They show her son. He was 27. Look, this is part of the reason why I didn't love Karen in the beginning. There are a lot of fake stories. But I love the Karen shade. Karen has evolved. The fashions are coming together. Not sure about episode 1's fashion style and makeup. Straight shooter. Pow, 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 pow. All right. Okay. So further, if you're just joining us, hey, don't forget to like the video on your way in. Shout out to my mods that are in the chat. Thank you for being here. Shout out to our new members of the Royal Court. Thank you. Thank you for joining the channel. It's a great way of supporting the channel as well. But you know what? Another great way? Liking the video and sharing this live. So back into this. Oh, Lord. So the conversation continues. And Wendy chimes in and says that, you know what? When Robyn chimed in, she was like, Robyn, this should be between the two of them. We shouldn't be, involved. Well, Robyn is just so confused because she's like, why are you defending Karen? Even though she wasn't defending Karen. She was just saying, let's not get involved. She's like, what, you got new boobs and a new personality? But as you guys know, and look, for lack of a better word, you guys like to call Robyn Giselle's lapdog. Well, apparently this season she's going to continue with that trend because she's chiming in during the conversation, really when it really should be between these two ladies. But before we get to that, Mia chimed in. Mia Thornton, the newest housewife, chimed in and said, Karen, I love and respect you, but I'm a really good judge of character. And I think Giselle has a really good heart. Mia, we were starting to like you, and we are still open. But girl, no. And Wendy points that out. She's like, where's your loyalty? If Karen's your friend, why wouldn't you have Karen's back? Apparently, if you guys don't like spoilers, you're watching the wrong show. I'm just giving you a little bit of what transpires after the to be continued. Okay, I'm just giving you a little bit of that. All right. With that being said, hold on, y'all. Because Robyn chimed in, Karen starts to go in on Robyn. And it's so good. It's so good. Okay. So she asked Robyn, you know, when are you and Juan going to get married? Matter of fact, let me put them up. When are you and Juan going to get married? Well, she's like, it's a pandemic. When are you and Ray going to get married? She's like, well, we're going to do it. We're going to have it in a safe environment. She said, you know, it's going to be, you know, a real wedding, a real relationship. Giselle chimes in and is like, are you saying that their relationship is not real? Mm-hmm. We're all saying it. The streets have been talking. The DMV has been in my DMs talking about Juan's women, allegedly. Oh Lord, I love you guys. Because it's like I can feel what you guys are thinking and saying. And yes, Crystal, exactly. Exactly, Crystal. Exactly. Shout out to Crystal. She's part of the team Kempire, part of the Royal Court. Appreciate you being here and supporting the channel. Exactly. Okay. So if you're just joining us, I'm just giving you a little bit, the first few minutes of what transpires after Sunday night's episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac. The parts that we haven't seen yet, we will see it this Sunday coming up. So Karen shades Robyn. Giselle's like, why are you trying to say her relationship's not real? We're all saying it. One of the funny things that Karen says in her confessional, she's like, she better marry that man before he takes that ring back to the pawn shop. Oh. I'm here for Karen getting Giselle and Robyn together. Because Robyn, this wasn't your fight. Robyn, why are you getting involved? Why? Oh. Rasani says, I'm in Miramar, Florida, and I know that's not a real relationship. Oh my gosh. Hey, Miss Ree. She says, I'm late, but I'm here, and we appreciate you. And shout out to everyone that's joining and becoming a member. Oh, I love how you guys are upgrading. You guys are too sweet. Trust and believe there will be new levels, but those will be for some really amazing experiences. I'm really going to try and make those really special. Even the loyalty badges and the, I can't even think of what, the emojis. I'm going to be changing those as well. As you can see, things are changing around these parts. Things are changing, and things are changing in Potomac. All right. So Wendy does admit to getting a BBL in next week's episode. So remember, she took to social media and said, you know, they edited it out. No, they didn't edit it out. You were just hemming and hawing. And Mia shades her saying, oh, now you want to come out and say that you got a BBL after I told you all the work that I've had done? I was like, I just don't understand why Wendy seems like she's shady. Because remember, she came at Ashley and we were like, why are you coming at Ashley? And now this season, she's still shading Karen, because you remember the lunch that they had. She's still shading Karen. You know, that they're from different eras. I forgot what her exact words were. But she's shading her. Is what it is. Oh, but Wendy does admit to getting her BBL. She shows off her booty. I have to say, Wendy's work is good work. It's good work. She looks good. Speaking of Wendy, you know, since I'm talking about Wendy, look at the before and after. It's good work. Wendy looks good. I didn't think Wendy looked bad before, though. Right? I didn't think she looked bad before. Anyways, back to Karen. Thank you, Uplifting Depression. Thank you for the super chat. She said, what is a member? Please explain. I wanted to be a mod. Okay. So mods, we decide on mods once I see you're showing up a lot and I see you all the time. And if you're interested in being a mod, our mods really help manage the channel while I'm having these lives, because to be honest with you, I can see some of the comments, but I can't see everything. And especially when we talk about certain topics, people get very, excited. They get very excited. So that's the thing. The membership is just another way of supporting the channel. And there are exclusives that you get with being a member of the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. So when you click on the join button, you have to probably click from, actually, no matter where you are, just go to your web browser and put in TheKempire.com, and that will take you to our membership page. And then you can see all the perks that you get with a membership. There we go. All right, so back to a little sneak peek of what we got to see from this week's new episode that's coming up. So let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. So the rest of what we see, the ladies are leaving Wendy's party, and Mia is exchanging numbers with Giselle and Robyn. So Wendy, again, Dr. Wendy Osefo, is confused. She's like, what? Like, why? Where's your loyalty? But let's remember, Karen, she knew of Mia, but let's be real, they weren't friends. So I don't feel like there's any true loyalty there. Although I still probably be side-eyeing her. But she has to, intermingle and become friends with all the ladies. She's a new housewife. This is the first time meeting them. This was the first event with all of them. So it makes sense. It makes sense. Okay. Yeah, look. See, I can't show it. I can't show the what you call it? Why can't I speak tonight? The emojis that Danielle just posted, because it comes like this up on StreamYard. But you can see what you get with a membership. You get your own emojis. Some that say just saying, some that say allegedly, some that say you're on timeout. Just say. Okay. I have quite a few people backstage. I'm going to bring them up one at a time. I've posted the link if you would like to call in and share your thoughts. This is your recap. I just wanted to give you a little tea on what we found out in regards to the Real Housewives of Potomac. It's the newest episode coming up. And I wanted to talk about the Wendy Williams interview with Karen Huger. So we've done that. So I'm going to move forward and we're going to take some callers. Okay? Because I know you guys have a lot to say. And if you're just joining us, we have over 300 and something people watching the video. Be sure to like the video if you haven't already. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. One second, y'all. Just taking care of some stuff backstage because YouTube be acting up. They be acting up, y'all. All right. And don't forget, tomorrow we will be doing a live recap of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and Family Karma. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss that live. We'll be posting a link at some point tomorrow. And there is some more news coming out in regards to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Stay tuned for that video as well. So let's take some callers. All right. Hold on one second, y'all. Nia, I'm going to bring you up. Hey.
Hey.
Long time. How are you?
I'm fine. You caught me at the perfect time because this is time I don't work. I have anything, finish homework, so I'm chilling. I'm ready to run my mouth.
Yes, Nia. Nia, first of all, I don't know. Did you see our recap that we did on Monday afternoon?
Yes. I was watching for behind scenes and everything like that. I was listening to you and I was like, oh, when you told me like you were going to have another one, I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to be here to watch.
And I appreciate that. And part of the reason what I wanted to do is because we only did an hour, and I know you guys love talking about them. And I wanted all of you to have an opportunity to speak. I know I spoke a lot at the beginning, but now this is your opportunity to speak.
Yeah. Can everybody hear me though?
I can.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. So, the episode, this is how you start off a season with a bang. Okay? This is what I'm talking about. Like when these shows come and they give you that lackluster first episode and then say, oh, keep watching, it's gonna pick up. It shouldn't have to pick up. It should just hit me straight out of the door. You know
Agreed.
So the fact that it did made me really, 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 really happy. So of course, the clash of the dinosaurs, Giselle and Karen.
You said the clash of the dinosaurs?
Yes, they are never not going to stop fighting. I promise you. Every season, they're fighting. Like, for real. And if it's not like, oh, they point at each other, talk to each other, I don't like you, it's subliminal. They're saying something to somebody, and it's like, we get it. Y'all don't like each other, but the thing about their clashes, for some reason, it never gets tiring. Like, it's something new each time. I don't know what they do, but you know how like Portia and Kenya, their clash is tiring. It's like, okay, we get it, whatever. Go on about your business. Karen and Giselle, I don't know how they just keep it interesting. And they, girl, come on now. A broke whore from Hampton? Come on, Karen. I didn't even know you could talk like that. I didn't even know she could talk like that. My mouth was on the floor. I said, baby, now that's how you read. You get down in the gutter. There ain't no more, oh, I'm the grand dame of Potomac, and I go this way. It's, yeah, I'm classy, but if you take me there, I'm gonna show you what they taught me in the cotton fields. You hear me?
Not the cotton field. No, I agree with you because you're right. Everyone kept on saying that they're tired of the Portia versus Kenya, but I agree with you. It was sort of refreshing to see these two arguing about the same stuff.
Yeah, but it's something new each time. I don't know how they do it, but it's just so interesting. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wanted to see how the first episode went because after that whole Monique thing, I was kind of like, you know what I'm saying? I was a Monique fan. I was really sad to see what happened. As much as they try to say a lot of stuff that happened on screen, we know that stuff behind the scene can roll onto the screen, so we can't act like, you know what I'm saying? Like this isn't their reality. So I liked everything. Candiace actually seems mellow. I actually like to see the mellow side of her. Her being a stepmom actually makes her look more human instead of a crybaby. Last season, she cried a lot for me. She did. Like, she really, really did. And I was tired of it because I was just like, okay, the first couple episodes, I got it. But when it just kept going on and it was like she was crying and she was crying and she was crying, I was like, Candiace, at some point, you're just gonna either say, hey, this is it. I'm not crying about this no more. I gotta throw on my big girl panties. And it was like she never could. And it was really exhausting. So seeing her with the children, it was very nice to see, but I'm not gonna lie though, those children looked uncomfortable.
So do you think it was strategic?
Yeah, I do. The season before, those children were never around.
Yeah.
All of a sudden now they're coming around in a pandemic. If anything, the mother would be more suspicious and not want them to go anywhere because they're children and there is a pandemic. Why all of a sudden they're on there? You understand what I'm saying? So,
and doesn't he have 3 kids? So where's the other kid?
And one of his children he doesn't talk to. And remember, they live down the street from him, and the child, they did not talk to the child. And my thing is, how do you have a child that lives down the street from you and you can't go see him? You can't go pick them up. That's a problem.
I agree with you. But you know what? One thing I do know, not because I don't have any kids, but but I know a lot of people that do have children, and I have, siblings that have kids. And I know that, I have siblings that have baby mama situations. It's not always the father's fault.
Oh no, I definitely understand that.
In regards to not seeing the child.
Yeah, I definitely get that. Trust me, I know. My parents, oil and water, baby, oil and water.
Oh,
they will never in a million years, even to this day. I'm an adult now. I am 21 years old. They still can't get along, no matter what. So I understand how mixed households can be complicated, but I was raised mostly by my stepdad. You understand what I'm saying? So when it used to be his kids plus my mom kids, and we were all one family. There was no stepbrother. There was no step this. We couldn't say that. We weren't allowed to say that. Really? He was like, yeah, I understand that you have a father, but I'm your father as well. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen both sides, and it depends on the parents and your maturity. I understand those things could be tricky, but your love for your child, one thing about a parent, you can't get in between them and their child. When they want to be around their child, they're gonna fight. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I do understand that, but something about Chris, there's something that we don't know, and I hope it's nothing bad. I feel like something might come out about him. I don't know what it is. I feel like there's something that Candiace isn't telling us about his relationship with his children.
Oh.
I don't know what it is, and I don't want to say, oh, he's this bad parent or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh.
Candiace is going to be the third baby mama. Nah, she should even said that, first of all.
Do you think that was a fake storyline, though? Them coming up with the whole, do you want to have kids? I feel like they played with that storyline last year.
I don't think Candiace, okay. I don't think Candiace is ready for children because she has to deal with the emotional problems in her past from her mother.
Oh.
She has to deal with that before she can have kids. I'm going to be honest with you, because I feel like when she has a child, Dorothy, if she doesn't learn to set healthy boundaries with Dorothy, her raising her child,
like not having a room in the house with a poster board of yourself.
Yeah, I don't think, you know what I'm saying, that I don't think your mother should be having a room in your house. I think that should be you can't say that's the guest room and then there's a whole cutout.
I mean, if you're paying part of the mortgage, allegedly.
Oh God, no. Oh God. You know, I didn't want to say that about Candiace because I wanted to say, you know, she finally.
Gizelle said it.
I understand, but this she finally got to be a big girl. You can't be underneath your mama. But I was watching some on YouTube the other day, and somebody went and digged up the paperwork. And I don't know if Marcella watched it, but Marcella, I was watching you when you digged up that paperwork where it said that her mama, and it was Eva Chris that was on that mortgage.
Dang.
And that right there.
Yeah, I did hear that. Oh man.
I'm gonna keep out hope for Candiace because I'm gonna be honest. I did not like her before, but I said I'm gonna give her a chance. I'm gonna give her a chance to see how she is.
I have to say, this first episode, I didn't mind her.
No,
I think the whole kid thing was the whole kid thing softened me to her. Even though
it actually made me warm up to her. Like for real. Like it showed me that look, Candiace can mature if she needs to, and I like that because there's this running joke that she's a kid. And the thing about Candiace is, like, I feel like eventually she would be a good mother. I'm not going to say, oh, she would never be a good mother. But there's certain things you have to fix before you can become a parent, or else all of that is just going to run onto your children. You understand? So you have to be very careful what type of lifestyle you bring children into.
Yeah.
You understand?
One second. Allison, thank you so much for the super chat. Allison says this: I was rooting for Wendy. She was really trying to change the perception of Black women on Real Housewives. Clearly, Ebony, of Roni and Garcelle of Beverly Hills have not been able to or get views at the same time. Also, I know someone just sent me a super sticker. Oh, here it is. Sorry. Dana, thank you so much for the super sticker. Appreciate you supporting the channel. And shout out to all of our new members joining our team Kempire and joining, of course, the Royal Court. More levels will be coming with some really, really special surprises. I hope you guys are enjoying your loyalty badges and the exclusive emojis. Nia, any other thoughts? I mean, you can stay on the line, but I'm going to bring some other people up.
Yeah, so I don't know, because I think we might get into the party later. And I think that might take me a little longer, but other than that, the whole episode was good. I don't think Robyn and Juan are going to get married anytime soon. I think he's going to use her depression that she's going through to back away from her. I'm going to be honest. It doesn't look nice. Like the side that I seen on Juan when he was talking to her, like she's obviously depressed. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
But my thing is, Nia, you really want to see the sweet side of these housewives because you really believe the Candiace situation, the kids, even though the kids worked on me too, but I don't believe it. But you also believe that, and look, and if it is depression, I don't play with mental health. Y'all know how important I value therapy, but based on her history, I wouldn't be surprised if she's using this as a storyline.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't want to say nothing till she proves.
Hold on. St. J says Robyn said she was not depressed. So okay, so
well then if she was not depressed, baby, you one lazy son of a gun, because you can't feed them kids Chick-fil-A all day. No, ma'am. You better go cook. Cook
Oh,
some
no, you better go cook, Nia.
some spaghetti or something. You remember your mom used to make you spaghetti that used to last the whole week? Come on now.
I just made a meal. Look, in between all this work that I do, I made a meal that's gonna last me at least for the next couple of days.
You see what I'm saying? You cook that food, put it in the refrigerator, just come home and eat it. You ain't need nothing else.
Oh Lord, they've been eating Chick-fil-A. All right, Nia, stay on the line, okay?
All right.
All right, finally, Justice, I'm gonna bring you up.
Hey, Kempire, how are you?
Ooh, I love the energy. How are you?
I'm like so pumped because like I love your channel and I just love how we've grown. Because like I think I was watching another video of yours and it said, "Hey, look back at this one from like 8 months ago," and I just wanted to say like you've grown so much because like I've started listening to you about a year ago.
Oh my God.
And I've just been like and I think maybe in the last couple of months, because my work schedule has changed, I've just been able to engage better. But I just wanted to sound off on just a few things from the Potomac. First things first was that I just didn't really like the Wendy and Eddie like situation. It was just awkward. It was off-putting. It was nothing sexy. There was nothing interesting about it. It really, like, the way he looks at her wasn't like lustful or like, because he just took this like nice video of her and all this stuff. You would probably want to like get busy after that. But he over here like picking up a dog and stuff. Like that dog would have been kicked out. If it was my husband, my dog would have been kicked out the room when we going to Pound Town. But I digress. Another thing was that I don't like, I'm the same way as like a previous callers. I have like siblings that don't match up necessarily parental wise. Like we don't like my we have the same mom, but we have two different dads.
Oh, okay.
And we have like 14-year gap between us.
Whoa.
Yeah. So my mom, she was still getting in when she was 38, 39 when she had me and my brother. So
oh wait, so there's still hope for Robyn.
I with who? That would be the question.
That was part of her storyline. She's trying to. She said, "With who?" You know what? I just caught that. With you're right. Look, you're right.
Because the thing is that like the whole Candiace's bonus child, like that word bonus, it just was a very off-putting. Just call it your child. Call it, the new children in your life. Just something more passionate. This is just so. It's just so off-putting. It just bothered my soul because I would never like it just made me cringe because I could never like look at a child and be like, yeah, you're my bonus kid. Like that sounds like bonuses are what we get at work. Bonuses are not family members that live in your house.
I think she meant it well though.
I don't. She doesn't know what meant well means. She needs to work on that. She should have asked the PR people before she put that on. While she was working out, trying to get these children to come on the show, she should have worked out what should we call them. Call them by their names.
Apparently, people agree with you. Dana says yes. The bonus child comment made me angry. Oh,
I see. I was like, what? And then she just had the nerve to just keep saying it and saying, let Bravo call them bonus children. Don't let it come out of your mouth because these kids gonna look at it later, and like. Things last forever. 10 years from now when they're going to college, 10, 15 years when they're going to college, and people are like, oh, you're that bonus kid. Like, who was called the bonus person?
What did Drew call the biological father of her son? I can't remember now. Drew from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Oh, I can't remember. Something daddy. Oh, I can't remember.
I don't remember because
old daddy. Yes, St. J.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
Old daddy.
Oh, daddy. Okay. Yeah,
I feel like that's worse. I feel like that's worse.
That was at least a little better than both. That's talking bad about the daddy, not the kid. Because they ain't together no more. So, bonus child is a common term for
Uncle Daddy.
Uncle Daddy. That's even worse. That sounds like some like backwoods cousin stuff.
I kill y'all. Y'all are the best.
But all right, so next person is Giselle. So Giselle, that whole interaction with the kids, that was awkward. I know that people try to give excuses like, oh, it's COVID or whatever. If you see, like when I see children, even at the grocery store, and they look at me and they're like, hi, I smile and I like, through the mask with my eyes, smile and wave. Like, and this is somebody and you're on the show, like at least put on enough front that you like kids, at least for 10 minutes, 15 minutes while you're drinking this mimosa.
And remember, this is not the first time we've seen Gizelle be awkward around a child. And based on what we've seen in the previews, she's awkward around Ashley's baby too.
I mean, it makes me kind of like really think, what kind of mother was she to her kids? Because some of their relationship is a little weird to me too. Because they're not like, me and my mom work close and like we laugh, we giggle. It's not like the way she acts about it, where she's trying to sit them down and trying to pull them into these conversations that they've never seemed to have. And like there's this missing closeness. So it makes me wonder, like, was her mom really stepping up and taking care of that? Well, you know, she was trying to be like the first lady of whatever church in Baltimore. Was like that. Is that the reason? Because it's just like a little disconnect there. So Karen, that whole scene with her and Ray's trying to sit on the lap, those gaudy eyelashes, like the makeup, it was just like, it made me feel like I was on the wrong show. It made me gave me RuPaul drag show on Paramount. That's what it gave me. It just, and then even that dark shadow was just like, that was not a no-go. She should have picked something light and flirty. She always looks better when she wears something lighter. It refreshes her face.
I was really surprised at Karen's look for this very first episode. I kind of thought that Karen, especially because she's evolved so much in her wigs and her makeup, I was surprised.
And then I think that I liked Mia. I know, like, we talked about like me not being ready to love again previously, but I'm really starting to like her. I just think like she did give a little too much like information about all the surgery. She could have just said, "Girl, I got everything done, everything you could think of," and just kind of like let it be a little bit more mysterious and give it up maybe in like more interviews with like outside people, like, you know, maybe going to ET or whatever and kind of talking more about being open with her surgery. Because I feel like one thing is that like why like Gizelle and Karen and Robyn kind of lasted as long as they have with this is because like they kind of don't give everything out about themselves.
I kind of appreciated it though, because I was like, what?
I thought it was. I think it's like you got to give people a chance to like with the public. I think you got to give people a chance to like you first before you start giving up everything.
Okay.
Like the same thing with like the whole football controversy about coming out gay or not. Wait till you get your money. You win a couple rings, then you can be like, I was looking at all of y'all in the locker room. You packing. You not so much. Like, you know, then you could kind of come out and say, because people already love you in a way. I think she should at least like gave us a couple episodes to kind of be like, yeah, like rooting for her. Because right now it's like, why would you tell strangers?
It was a bit much, especially when she talked about her private area. I was like, oh.
I wouldn't. Why are you telling people about like the age thing I got? But like that was like, you should have just said, girl, I got everything done. My man take well of me, like care of me. You know, I'm his sugar baby. Just dive into that in.
Well, she's not a sugar baby. She has multiple businesses.
Well, I wonder who paid for them.
Okay. All right. Finally, Justice.
All right, fine. Are you kicking me off? But it's okay. It's all right. I'll be back.
No, stay. You know, stay. We will continue the conversation.
Okay.
I will be taking more calls. I'm just going to bring up some more people. All right. And let me just bring up a couple of people I know play well together. We have over 400 people watching. Like this video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. If you're not subscribed. You're getting consistent and daily content here on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. We're also live on Twitter at TheKempire and on Periscope. Well, no, sorry. That is Twitter. And we're live on Twitch. We're live on TikTok. Hey, TikTok. But we're also live on Facebook, The Kempire and Kempire Daily. All right. And let me take a couple of folks that I know familiar. Hold on, y'all. Ding Sing? What's this? What is happening here?
I don't know.
What is happening here? Okay. Hold on.
I combined Ding Dong and Sing Sing.
Gasp.
I'm sorry.
Miriam, sometimes it's a win and then sometimes it's a fail.
This is not good. Okay. Change my name.
Wait, hold on. I forgot when I was recording that I have the hold on, y'all. Let me just, because look, as I said to you before, I'm handling everything backstage. There we go. You can see everyone's names. All right. So guys, I'm gonna start with Saint J, because Saint J, you said that Robyn said that she was not depressed.
Robyn said on the Breakfast Club when they were promoting it seemed like they were more promoting the podcast than the show. But she was like, no, I wasn't depressed. I was just going through. She didn't really know how to word it, but
Because
she made a point to say
storyline.
she made a point to say she wasn't depressed.
Okay. What did you think of Sunday's episode?
I think Sunday's episode was really good. I think they came in strong. Third highest rated opening episode for a season this year. So, I mean, Atlanta, Jersey, and Potomac. So they came in strong enough.
Wow.
I think I like that we got straight into it. And I think that that's my main thought. Like, I like that they didn't drag it out. I like that we saw almost all the girls in a group scene. Like, I like that we got to the point.
Yeah.
Because I like my shows to get to the point.
I agree. Shantae?
Yes.
After, it's been a few days since we watched and talked about the Real Housewives of Potomac. As I said before, I wanted to do this a special live so that you guys could call in and weigh in on your thoughts, especially how many days later. Any change in opinion? Or I don't know if you got to hear the sneak peek that I talked about earlier.
No, I have to go back and catch it. I was late. Sorry about that.
That's all right. People have lives.
So I didn't talk too much about Candiace, but going back on what everybody's saying about, I hate the term bonus child. It's subjective. I think it's more so about how you make the child feel, and how they're included. Which I'm really not a Candiace fan. I don't care to see Stepmom of the Year Candiace, but I have no reason to believe she's not liking the children. And what somebody was saying earlier, I think it was like 2 callers ago, about how they think something's going to come about Chris, that maybe he's not a good dad or something. I don't believe that, because if that were the case, why would the mother of the children allow them to be on the show? I mean, I doubt very seriously it's a thing where the mother has no say at all or no input in her kids being filmed. And we've heard previously about other, I think, mothers or parents not wanting their kids on the show.
Yeah.
Or maybe even cast members saying, I don't want my kids showcased just for their own safety or their own security. So I don't think there's anything going on like that with Chris. Unless
the other baby's mother, where he's not allowed to see the child. I'm not sure what the situation. Well, he hasn't seen the child, and the child lives like down the street from them. Unless that's what that person was referring to.
Possibly. She wasn't specific enough. So I'm just saying, as far as that goes, if that's the case with the other mothers who did let their kids on. So, and if there is something, and again, the fact that he gets along well enough with the mother of those two, and there's something going on with that mother, so it can't all be him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm open
why
to you.
Why would you not be such a great parent to one? And it's got to be something specifically between the mother and him, not so much where the child has to be involved in the situation. So there's that as well.
St. J, you said you had something to say?
Yes. So my main gripe with the term bonus in the context is, when I've traditionally heard people refer to someone as their bonus child, they have kids already.
Yeah.
I think that was my only thing about Candiace referring them as her bonus kids, is that she has no kids. And from how she openly portrayed on the show, there's no immediate plan for kids. So that was my only gripe with it.
Right. Okay. But then I've also heard mothers refer to themselves as bonus moms, because maybe they don't have kids with the husband. Like Leanne Rimes, her and her husband don't have kids with each other. Yeah, but remember, her ex-husband's got kids with Brandy. She calls her their bonus mom. So,
but referring to yourself is different than referring to a child. That's the only thing.
I'd still say it's subjective. It doesn't have to be a hurtful thing.
Miriam, it's been a few days since the Real Housewives of Potomac aired. If you guys are just joining us, we're talking about the Real Housewives of Potomac Sunday's episode. Yes, we talked about it before, but this is your opportunity to call in and weigh in on your thoughts. Miriam, we know that you always have thoughts on these housewives. What's your thought on this very first episode?
I think Mia was really promoting her businesses with what it's done. I think she's doing a masterful job in that aspect. I don't think she was just saying, oh, I do this. There is, and she has the practice. She has practices that does that. So I have a feeling.
Is that it's chiropractic? It's not.
No, she has Botox places, fillers, everything.
Oh, you looked it up, Miriam?
No, I didn't look it up. I heard. I don't know. I'm repeating it. I don't know.
You're repeating falsehoods because I didn't hear that.
I don't think it's falsehoods. She is in the business and of aesthetics. Not only chiropractor, she has businesses, right? She has more than one practice. I will look it up. Don't take my word for it, but I think I heard that she has that too. But anyhow, she came out funny. I didn't feel like she came obnoxious. In Candiace's home, my favorite thing was the cutout of her mom.
That was your favorite thing?
Yeah, it was funny. That was funny. I'm sorry. That was so funny. And Giselle, I'm really shocked how really awkward she is with children when it comes to children. So I wonder when she had they say she had a mental breakdown. I don't know if that's true or not. Allegedly. Maybe that affected her. Maybe, I don't know, because it's hard what she went through when she went through, I imagine. So maybe that took a toll on her, because this is not the first time that she's awkward around children.
Yeah.
You have 3 daughters. I'm sure they were in diapers before being toilet trained. You know what I mean? That was odd for me. Karen is the gift that keeps on giving. And she is the one carrying the show, to be honest with you, not only when the show airs, but promoting it. And Watch What Happens Live, she was on fire. And on Wendy, she corrected Wendy. Wendy, perhaps she needs to watch her channel to get the facts straight. About the bonus children, I don't like that term. That's personal. I'm not saying it's wrong. But then again, Candiace, she was never that warm, fuzzy, motherly figure to start with. And I feel like it's odd all of a sudden the kids are allowed, which is okay. Maybe it's a business agreement. Maybe the mother is getting money out of it, which is okay. As long as, they're not exploiting, but there's nothing wrong. We are seeing that they are taking care of the kids. And maybe the girl, she's just camera shy. She's not like her dad. Maybe she will warm up to it. Her dad, come on. He loves to be in the scene. You see the entrance he did, like, oh, did you miss me, Giselle? And Giselle wanting, demanding an apology from Karen. I understand she demanding or thinking she deserves an apology from anyone else, but not from Karen. From season 1, she has been after Karen. So if Karen said something, and like she said on Watch What Happens Live, she wasn't the one with the binder. All she did was she asked, "Is Jamal coming?" That's what she asked.
I agree. That's why I was so perplexed. It's like, what's your beef with Karen? I understand you don't like her, but to be so upset to say that you want an apology?
That's crazy. That's
really
delusional.
Her kids were so bothered by it. Her kids didn't even want the relationship between her and their ex-father.
I would say that her kids, they agree with Karen more than with their mom in this situation, because they were really against it. They didn't have poker faces. We knew what they were thinking, what they were feeling, and they were, it's hard. I think deep down, of course, they love their dad, but for them to even take that stand, it is really heart-wrenching, because it takes a lot for a child not to want the parents to get back together. Yeah. I feel like that speaks volumes, and I hope Giselle listens to her daughters and stop demanding the apology. Really,
according to her, she is going to be listening to her daughters in that regard in her fake relationship. Anna, thank you so much for the super chat. Anna says this: Karen is not playing with Giselle, and she got Wendy Williams together as well. Team Karen's # still with Monique. Thank you, Anna, for the super chat.
I like Anna.
Danielle. Oh, Danielle's been so quiet. Danielle.
I'm just sitting back waiting for my turn.
I know. I just was like, wait a second. We haven't even heard a thing from Danielle. Danielle, thoughts? Because I know we talked originally about Real Housewives of Potomac earlier this week, but now it's Wednesday. I know a couple days later. What are your thoughts? Have you changed your position on anything?
Nope. So here's my thought. Since we're talking about kids, yes, Giselle is awkward around children. We've seen that. However, I don't judge her relationship with her girls because that's a different dynamic. We don't know what that, like, people are different around their own kids. Everyone doesn't get along with kids, and sometimes people are different around kids. And we can say she had the kids to secure the bag because we knew Jamal came with kids. We knew Jamal was doing his thing even when they were married. And don't forget, Giselle's dad didn't even walk her down the aisle. So there was already something with that. So there's that. As far as Candiace and the step bonus thing, I don't mind bonus. When I first heard it a few years ago, I don't even know what show we heard it on first. I thought it was cute. I was like, oh, okay, it's a new way of looking at things. Okay, fine. But I guess to each its own. But those kids were definitely awkward. Now, Miriam brought up a good point. I'm not going to say they were awkward. Let me take that back. Yeah. They didn't seem comfortable, especially that daughter. And, and then Giselle tried to focus on herself. She was like, oh, you have pretty eyes like me. Bitch, ain't nobody asked you about your eyes. She
wears like a badge of honor.
It's not even a badge of honor. That's straight selfishness. I've never known anyone to take something away from a kid like that. And to me, that was like, let the kid have her moment. Oh, you have pretty eyes, baby. You're so sweet. You're just a pretty girl. And leave it at that. You don't have to say, oh, you got pretty eyes like me. Like, let the kid have something. It's not always about you, Giselle, with that. But
it makes me wonder how she is with her daughters, though. Not to say that she's a bad parent or anything, but it makes me wonder how she really is off camera with her daughters. What are some of the comments that she says to her girls?
So here's the problem that I have, what I can see on camera or on Instagram with her. I want her to take them big bozo boat Fila shoes off of her girls. Why are you shopping at the sale table that sits outside the Foot Locker store? I need her to stop doing that. I don't know.
Yes. How do you know it's not them?
I wish you could see my facial expression right now.
Oh my God.
Well, they're
my.
The fans.
No, I'm not gonna take that.
Wait, what?
Little girls, like young girls, they like those big, interesting.
No. First of all, Giselle had on the same shoes when they went to Portugal or wherever they went on the trip. She had.
I wish I had that picture. Next week, I'm gonna have that picture queued up. I still got that sitting in my phone.
She got a BOGO special, so it's for them. So she paid for 2 and got 2 for free. I don't even know the last time.
You said BOGO special. It took me a second, but I got it.
I just feel so disappointed in the fashions, and that's that part. But
you're always disappointed in the fashion.
Well, so back to Candiace and the kids. If Miriam is onto something as far as the mom is the bio mom is getting some money for the kids being on the show, I find that to be a problem because, and in my head, I'm thinking they spun it as, you know what, if you allow the kids to be on the show, that'll give us more money. That'll give us more way to negotiate to get more salary out of this, and we could pay you something. You should have been paying something prior to this. That's your responsibility. So, I mean, when Miriam said it, I thought about it. I was like, oh, that makes sense. But if you think about it, that could only have been a bad conversation. Like, because if you're gonna pay me for my kids to be on your show to help you incline your story, then that means you weren't doing what you was, and I'm actually going to fall for it. That means you weren't doing what you were supposed to be doing prior to. That I'm actually going to fall for putting my kids out there on Front Street on some show that you just got chased around the table for, getting your head knocked off last season. I hope that's not the case. I hope that these kids are there because they want to be there, because it didn't seem like they were comfortable.
Could it be because, remember, they're filming a show and it's not, I know it seems as if it's just them in there, but there's a whole team of people there.
It's a whole team of people and they just didn't seem comfortable with it. I hope, well, I guess they couldn't see the playback maybe, but I hope they watching it now and they're like, maybe this is not a good idea. Or maybe have a conversation with the kids. The kids were at the wedding is one thing, yeah, but the cameras weren't really on them. So it wasn't like a focus point to, the kids, they probably zoomed over to see, okay, yeah, the kids are here. That's a legit thing. What else? Wendy coming from Mia. I need her to stop. Give me Wendy. Well, so here's the other thing. Wendy's kids with the nipple cupcakes, that was awkward.
That was so
I
funny.
appreciate their innocence.
That was out there.
That was funny.
I appreciate the innocence, and they didn't know. He was like, "Yeah, chocolate. Okay, so we know you like chocolate. That's."
But to do it on camera,
to do it on camera is so awkward. Even when Wendy asked the ladies, "Okay, lick my nipple, bite my," that was even awkward.
Did you see Giselle?
Oh my gosh!
I was like, it looked like she's done it before.
Of course.
Take a sip of water. Let me take a sip. Karen on Wendy Williams. Let's back up to Karen on Watch What Happens Live Sunday night. Karen said that she had no clue that the Sing Sing was a jail, and she didn't know what she was saying.
Yeah,
that leads me to
but
believe
she was alluding to a mental institution.
That leads me to believe that once again, as they've said before, someone's writing Karen's lines for her, and she delivered it the way she was supposed to. She just didn't know what she was talking about. So I'm gonna say that and leave that there. As far as Karen on Wendy, I love the fight with Karen and Giselle. I am tired of Portia and Kenya, so this is much more entertaining. I don't understand what happened. Like Karen talking about she didn't like the fact that Giselle said that was gonna be 6 feet deep. To Robyn's point, I did watch the preview before you brought it up. I was like, that was 4 seasons ago. Like Giselle has said so many more things.
Well, you know what? Remember, Karen didn't have beef with Giselle when she walked into the party. It was Giselle who came for Karen first. So Karen had to think of something on the fly. There's plenty of things that Karen could have brought up.
Yeah.
True. So they both. So okay. So that's the other thing. Remember when Giselle was at Candiace's house, the new house, this past episode,
Dorothy's house.
Yes, Dot's house, because Dot's room there with Dot's body figure is in her room. She's at Dot's house. And Candiace says to Giselle, so you know some things. But Candiace said it as if she knew what Giselle was talking about. So it makes me think that Giselle might not be making stuff up, because Candiace like, I can't wait for you to drop the dime or whatever she said. And it was as if she knew something too. Like Candiace knows something, because just go back and watch that clip and listen, pay attention to what Candiace is saying, but how she's saying it. She was like, so I can't wait to be there when you drop whatever. She's like, so you know something, so you're going to say something. So I won't think that Giselle is making it up. Now, do I think Giselle makes stuff up? Yes. To your point earlier, Giselle knows her assignment and she knows how to play her part. And we appreciate that for her, because it gives us something to talk about. It gets everyone all riled up and it gives us something to talk about. Mia talking about her plastic surgery. I'm here for it. I keep canceling my appointment at Mia's chiropractor. I don't know why.
You're supposed to do homework for us.
I know. Okay, so I'll do it this weekend. I promise you I will make my appointment.
Take care of your health.
Yes, I'll take care of my health. I'll go get my back cracked. I'll tell Big Daddy he got to do it. Go get back cracked, see what's going to happen. And I'll come back with some research on. But she does, so St. Jane and I were just talking about this. She does own apparently 10 franchises, because it is a franchise chiropractor.
Okay.
And apparently she owns 10 of them out of the 70 that are out there.
Oh.
And it's what St. J said: North Carolina, Virginia, DC, and Maryland.
If I may,
yes, please.
It may be longer than 70. I was literally scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling.
Oh gosh.
And she owns 10 of them.
Yes, she owns 10. She said out her mouth, she owns 10. They're North Carolina, Virginia, DC, Maryland. I don't know if she owns anything above Maryland, but those are the ones she made a point to say she owns.
Ooh.
Can I say something to what Danielle was talking? Remember when she made that live and she said that there was a plot last season? Mm-hmm. Maybe the same happened, but we just don't have a live with Candiace. I am sure they have gathered and agreed on what to say, and it's going to be timely. So Giselle thinks, and she thinks she's going to only to dish and not to take, but Karen is ready to attack her back. And about Wendy, this is a totally unrelated thing. I feel like where is that woman that wanted to so bad show us that she has the 4 degrees and she's brains and this and that, and now all of a sudden she's so focused on how she looks. It's off for me. I feel like there's a disconnect. I'm not judging. I
No,
love
no, no. I want to just point something out in all fairness to Dr. Wendy. When Dr. Wendy was talking about her 4 degrees, everybody was criticizing her. Now that she's not talking about her 4 degrees and she's talking about something a little bit more superficial, people are criticizing her for that.
This is not, I'm not criticizing.
That's me twerking on the fence, y'all.
Yeah, I just feel like, no, I feel like it's there's a disconnect. Usually people change their minds along their lives, but it's a course. It was just too sudden. Like first, like, oh, I'm only about this, and now she just the way she did that invite. It was very all about, you know, the way she looks. I just feel like it's very night and day. That's all I'm gonna say. But she looks great.
Did you all notice she still had her faja on when she was doing the recording?
Mm-hmm.
See that?
Wait.
What is that?
So when Wendy was doing the recording, remember they're like standing like in the little, I guess, the section between the bathroom and the bedroom. Okay. Yeah. And she has on the beige, like short sleeve t-shirt with the biker.
Mm-hmm.
In the front, under her boob section, you could see where the hook on her faja. The faja is what you wear after you get your plastic surgery. It's almost like a
I was like,
what is a faja?
The faja is like the girdle that you wear, the biker short girdle that you wear after your plastic surgery.
So that's what that was.
So you can see the imprint of it through her shirt.
Okay.
Oh.
That's and she copied Karen with that invite. Like when Karen she did that party where she was dancing like Beyonce. So she sent the invite and everybody was like, "What?" Now, so she's taking a page out of Karen's book.
I think
but that was funny. I like it.
I think to your point, Miriam, and Kempire, you talked on this. You guys spoke on this with the other show you did Monday afternoon. I think Wendy has been reading the comments about people. Even Robyn said she had a little boy's butt. So I think that got to her. And possibly nursing 3 kids. We all mothers get it who've nursed. But I think the comments of her body and social media got to her and she decided to do the plastic surgery. I just want her, I can't wait to see next week's episode. So where she talks more about it and not be so privately, I guess, proud, because it's obvious. It's very obvious. Like you can't sit here and say you got your boobs done, but then not talk about everything else you got done. And when
but
Robyn
she said she did. She said she did. They took it out of the show.
Well, and then that's part of the sneak peek. If you guys are just joining us, I gave you a little tidbit of her. I gave you a little tidbit of what transpires next week, and one of those things is her talking about the BBL that she get. So they didn't cut it out. It will be seen next week. Guys, stay on the line. I just want to get to some callers for some quick comments. All right, hold on. Rasani, I'm going to bring you up.
Hi, my love.
Hi, how are you?
I see you're still twerking on the fence. I gave you your super chat to congratulate you on the 25K. So we need to see you drop it like it's hot.
Oh, you know. Look, I can't. The studio's not big enough. Rasani, thank you for the chat. What are your thoughts on, first of all, what we've been talking about?
First, let me address Wendy Williams real quick. Can you hear me?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wendy Williams. I didn't see that particular Karen thing. I stopped watching Wendy Williams a long time ago because I think she's lazy as a host. And even when you did that Bill Cosby thing and she shaded Oprah with that, do you remember that?
Yes.
Yes. And I'm like, Wendy, you need to stop it. First of all, you don't do any research or homework. You come on your show and you talk like a blubbering idiot. Oh. So Karen did have to address her and educate her, so to say. The bonus kid, I'm not really offended by it. I do know that most people will refer to it more like if you have children, then he's like, oh, you know, this is my bonus child. I'm not really offended. I was more offended by LVP with her adopted son, where she kept referring to him as her adopted son. Her adopted son. No, you just call him your son. It's your son. It's been years. He's just your son. With Giselle, okay, I'm a person. I love babies. I don't necessarily like children. Once you start talking and having opinions, I don't necessarily like children. With my own, I can tolerate my own. With others, I tolerate, but I'm not awkward around kids like that. And what I was most offended by with Giselle, the green eye thing, or the pretty eye thing. Give the child her pretty eye and just leave it alone. And then you go, here, take my coat and put it away. Girl, first of all, Candiace should have addressed her in that moment and put her in her place because one, that's not Candiace's child.
Yeah.
That's someone else's child. It's one thing if you try that with my child, but that's somebody else's child that I'm giving you my child, letting you keep my child, and I expect you to be responsible for my child and not have someone try to treat her like the hell.
This is why I like having these conversations with you guys, because there's certain parts of this that just kind of breeze over my head, but you guys have different life experiences. So certain things stand out to you that don't necessarily stand out to me, because I didn't think of it until you pointed that out. I'm like, oh, you got a point.
I mean, if I had stepkids or whatever, and they're with me for the weekend or a month or the summer or whatever the case may be, I'm never. If one of my friends can be like, "Oh, here, take my coat," but no, ma'am, do not speak to that child like that. You're gonna need to address your tone. Do you mind? Could you please? Something like that. That's what Candiace should have done. Ashley and Michael, they were boring. The cutest part was when she told Dean to close his eyes, and he did.
Oh, yes. Oh, Dean.
Wendy, she looked awkward in her TikTok thingamajig, invite thingamajig. She looked awkward doing it. I don't think she should try it again. Robyn, like I said to you on an earlier call, since she said she wasn't depressed, okay, she wasn't depressed, but she was feeling low because I think that, she thought that she was going to lose her job.
Yeah. So
she was just like in bed, and then Monique quit, and she's going to get her spunk back once she finds out that Monique quit. Who else is there? Oh, Mia. I love Mia.
Oh, okay.
Even though she doesn't really know her age, or she can't calculate her age. And I know that once you get to like a certain age, you go, how old am I again? I get it. I get it. I understand
you don't think she's
it.
Lying about her age?
I think she's lying, but some of us forget it. Some of us forget it. But one thing I can give her, Chris, like, what have you had done? Well, I had this. Oh, and bits of my vagina. And do you want me to continue? And it's like, ooh, girl. All right. I like you. Good job.
Spicy. I enjoyed her. Rasani, thank you so much for calling in. And I'm going to just try and get to some other calls before we're about to be an hour and a half on air.
Okay, my love. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much. Guys, don't forget, you can join our YouTube membership at TheKempire.com. And if you want to join our texting community, it's TextKempire.com. All right, let's go. I know a lot of people are asking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta tea. I just want to let you guys know I have heard, but I got to do my little research, and we probably will go live tomorrow to talk about some casting news. But let me do some research before we get into that. I want to take some callers. Guys, let's see. Wait, hold on. Oh, Lord, I didn't realize how many people are in here. Hold on. Watch D, I'm going to bring you up.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how are you? Look at that.
I'm
Oh, my
good.
God. What a beautiful smile.
Oh, thank you. I love your show. Just want to let you know I absolutely love your show. So
thank you.
I am still watching the playback, so I'm got to catch up a little bit, but I do want to say what I think about the first episode. I love Potomac. I'm in here in Maryland, so I absolutely love Potomac because I'm here. I'm like, that's home, so I always feel a certain kind of way.
Yeah.
I was really skeptical and kind of see how they were going to carry on the season because I was a big Monique stan. I'm not going to lie. I was like, they better not say her name. They better not, I was like, send them cease and desist. I was like that. So I like Mia. I do. One of the biggest things that I do like about her is she said, you name it, honey. I got this. Let's go. We can keep going down the line. And love a woman that can own and stand in her thing, because I think that when they said that, what have you had done? I think they expected her to be like, well, I don't want to disclose. I think they expected her, but she took the ball and said,
like her age.
Yeah, I don't know about that part. I honestly think that she didn't forget her age. I honestly think she just wasn't trying to tell y'all right. She wasn't trying to divorce. She like, no, I look good. And she had all that work done. She's not trying to tell her age. I really think she's like, I don't think she forgot. I think she know, but she just don't want to give us a number.
And I also don't think she was ready for that, because I think if she was ready, she would have had a smarter comeback.
Right, because that took I mean, you gave them women time to add. Like, what's going on? You got them they over there adding 2-3 times. Like, no, that's wrong again. Like, she knew what she was doing, but I'd rather just say, I don't really want to talk about that with y'all. Wait till I know y'all more. Wait till, you know what I'm saying? Or, ask Karen when I'm ready to tell her or something. I just felt like, keep it a little real on that, because as women, that's what happens when they get over like 35 or even in their 30s. They don't want to say it. I'm 30, but I tell people I'm 28. So, it's just what it is. Sometimes that's just what the women do.
Yeah.
Michael and Ashley, yes, they were boring. But I don't think we're going to, I don't know. I want to see what they're going to bring for us, because since she's pregnant, I think they're going to play on it. Is he going to cheat? Is he going to do this? Is he going to do that? I don't think he's going to do nothing no more stupid on his cameras. I don't think he's going to do nothing nowhere close.
Really? Then we need her off the show.
That's why I feel like what are we going to really get from him if he's not doing his Michael, So I just want to see how's this going to play out. I think they're probably just going to spin it around her pregnancy and everything like that, because she said, they ain't had sex since when and how pregnant she, like, woo, So, I know Michael's over there feeling it, or even he has got some people signing some good contracts, some NDA. He got them tight-lipped or something, but I don't think he's going to slip up around filming, before filming, right? I think he's got it kind of at this point, because he was pissed last season. We all saw how that ended, that last episode ended, so I don't think he's going to make that again. And I live for Gizelle gathering him. I know she had some stuff all over the place. And I like someone else said, someone's teaching her those reads. Of course, y'all know the hair doc is doing her hair.
Oh, yes.
Did we forget about that? He's at every reunion. He's there. Come on now. They writing them reads down.
I don't even want to think about that, because I would like to figure that people are a little bit more slicker than that and a little bit more wittier than that. But maybe that's just my hope.
Kara's a little older, and I don't want to say that, but, she's not keeping up that much. She is a little bit, but she's probably like, she probably might say, this is what I want to say about her. Let's switch it and make it catchy. And I think that's just kind of what it is. And you know what? Bring it, Karen. I love the Grand Dame. She's one of my favorite on that cast. So bring it. I'm just so done with Robyn and Juan. I am so done. I wonder what are they giving him to put up with this facade with her? I mean, I'm sorry, I don't see them as a couple. I just don't. I just don't.
My speculation last season was that the only reason why Juan is doing it is because they have the kids, and this is a paycheck for her. So this gives her a storyline. This helps her other business with
and he
Embezzle.
got that much money, and you know what I mean. All of that. I honestly think so. Because what season was it? Like season 3, season 2, when he got the hot mic, and he said, "What if it wasn't for the kids? He'd have been gone."
Oh, you almost forgot.
Yeah, so that right there, after that, everything else was faking it, because he even tried to clean it up at the reunion at that time. Everything after that was done. He knew he embarrassed her. He knew at that point, so how can you come? Their parents are watching. Her parents done so much for him. He's not going to, They pretty much was like, you need to get this together, or you're going to mess up the money, you're going to be messing up this and that. But
and that Bravo check is good.
So, I know Monique said not that little check, but certain people brackets of what's a little check is a little different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you ain't got nothing going on, Robyn, that's a big check. So I'm just tired of them. I'm just like, why are they here? What's going on? Like, put her somewhere else. I don't care if you throw it with the fake basketball. Put her somewhere else. Just not. I'm just tired of it. It's serving no purpose, because every season she's just coming out as a lapdog. And to me, it's just making her look less of a, not really, I don't want to say less of a woman, but it is like, where's your brain? Where is it? What can you bring to the table? Because I mean, what you got your hats? That ain't too much.
Wait till you see. I heard the hats did well though. Embezzle is doing well. The next week's episode though, wait till you see how Robyn defends her girl Giselle at that dinner table. You're gonna be even more pissed.
Well, you know what? This is what I said too. I said that I would rather Giselle and Robyn just pull a switcheroo and say we're gonna like date each other at this point. I promise you they get the ratings by that point. I mean, just do that. Think about them ratings. Think about them ratings.
I mean, I do get Okay, I'm not gonna even say it because
yeah, I know. But that's just how I feel about it. If they did that, everybody would be like, well. So just do that to give us a little something. Because this right here with Juan and this fake relationship with Giselle and the pastor and child. I mean, it was amazing to me, but I knew she was going to attack, Karen, because she couldn't attack Monique. She was mute at the reunion when Monique was serving her up on a silver platter.
That's why we needed Monique to come back.
But I use that meme all the time when she says, I have no new reaction to that. No reaction to that. But you got so much built up over all this time for Karen. It's just because Karen's still friends with the girl, and this is how you need to dig. And Karen's going to be the one. She was always the one to dig. But my thing was, I don't like that Karen waited till this time to say, Giselle's not a friend. Giselle's not a friend. Giselle's been playing back and forth with your friend since season 1. When she showed it, I was done with her when she showed up with the Uncle Ben t-shirts. I was done with her. That's not a friend. That's not a friend that can do that. You know what I mean? At that, how can you? But I think Giselle plays in back and forth with her when the cameras are cut off. Like when she lost her, when Karen lost her parents, she kind of came back in and was, holding Karen and making it seem that she was there for her at that time, which she probably was. But you want to drag her on national TV and then, say you love me privately, but publicly, I don't like anything like that. So to me, I'm done with Giselle, but I know she's a producer puppet and she's a fan favorite for some. So her spot is not really, not really there. And you already know what's going to happen with Candiace. She's falling right in the line. So
it's going to be an interesting season. I'm excited to talk about it. As you guys know, we will be covering it here on the channel. Watch D. Thank you so much for calling in.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye. Guys, I want to just fast forward this conversation to the dinner table. I'm going to bring up some more people that have things to say. Nahemi, if I'm mispronouncing your name, y'all, please forgive me. What's going on?
Hi. How are you guys doing? Thank you for answering my call. The episode, that was the whole season right there. It was better than Atlanta's whole season. I think Atlanta needs to watch out because Potomac they are bringing it. Man, I want to talk about Karen. And I think last night I was watching another YouTuber that was talking about Giselle being mad at Karen, but it's like, you should be mad at your dad because earlier last season, the dad was the one who was like, hey, Jamal has 7, 8 baby. So if she should direct her anger at her dad. Monique just nailed it on the crop. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so I think she needs to be careful because the public are loving Karen. And she's like, I'm gonna tell this secret. I'm gonna tell this, that. And it's like, girl, if you had something to say, you would have been said it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the reason that she's like, oh, well, it's COVID, so Jamal. But it's like, girl, then they film the reunion late November, late 2020. COVID was over by then. You know what I mean? Like it was, decreasing and stuff. But it's like Giselle, she should have just owned it or like play the victim. Man, I didn't know Jamal was doing all that. I fell for him again. You know what I mean? Like.
But remember, that's the father of her children, and if that's not the case, it's bashing him on the show.
Oh, mercy. Yeah, it's horrible. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but with Mia, I love her, and I think she was a bit nervous. Like she don't know the girls. The only one she knows is Karen, and she was probably just like, "Oh my goodness, we got cameras. They're asking for my age." And she just got confused. I don't think she.
Math went out the window.
Oh yeah, and that scene between Mia and Wendy, it reminded me of Giselle and Monique. How many homes you got? And I hope Wendy and Mia have that shade little relationship and doesn't get pretty like toxic how Giselle went after Monique. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I hope it's like that. And and Wendy, I don't know if you guys noticed with the trailers, she's like, I'm watching and I'm observing. She's watching Giselle. And so when the whole rumor about her family comes up, girl, I was watching you. I see you. And I wonder if she's good with Candiace. I don't know. It doesn't seem like they're like close on social media. You know what I mean? Yeah. They probably have to do press together, but it doesn't seem like they're close. And with Robyn and Juan, I felt like he was a little bit harsh. She's probably going through it with COVID. She's been stuck at home with the kids, with school and stuff like that. Yeah. So I feel like he should have as Black people, we need to be a bit more sensitive to like mental health. He was like, you need to get out the bed. You know, you're stuck at home, but it's like, what's going on with you? Where are you mentally? I know you're stuck home with the boys. And I just felt like he was just a little bit harsh. You know, we have to take that seriously.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's all I have to say for right now. And let's see, Wendy better team up with Karen because it's over. And I see like they both did an interview, right? And it seems like they're in a better spot.
They definitely are. They definitely are. Based on what we've been hearing, Karen comes to her defense during the season when it comes to the Eddie rumors.
Oh, come on, yeah, I think Wendy. I wouldn't say I didn't like her last season. She just came off. I know she doesn't like that word, a bit aggressive. And I'm gonna be honest, that's what it was. She was like coming on too strong and forcing people. And I don't know if you watched the latest interview she had when they asked her about Monique. She was like, "I wish her nothing but best," and I was like, "That was really nice. She was right the whole time." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, I'm excited for this season. I was watching Bravo tonight, and they just dropped a little trailer for the next episode.
Yep. Naomi, thank you so much for calling in. I'm gonna get to some other callers.
Thank you. You guys have a good night. Bye.
You too. Guys, I appreciate you calling in. As I said before, this is our Real Housewives of Potomac recap, the fan version. This is for you guys calling in to share your thoughts. We have over 400 something people watching this video. Like this video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. Our community is growing. We have over 25,000 subscribers. We have grown so much in less than a year. A lot of really great things are coming up, including our new YouTube membership is now available. It's not required, but it's a great way of supporting the channel so we can continue doing some of the things that you like daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV recaps, lives like this, and so much more. I'm going to take a couple of more calls, and then we're going to round out this conversation. TikTok, what's going on? All right. Dewan, I'm going to pull you up. Hey,
what's up? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. What's going on?
Awesome. I'm so excited to be here and be in this group. I'm a fanatic of all things Real Housewives. Like I love, what the Bravo Empire's done. But what Potomac has done in particular has been spectacular. I mean, it's like must-see TV. I mean, this last week, I ride for Karen, first of all, the Grand Dame. I think that she stood tall in everything. I am a little worried, though, because I feel like Giselle is going to drop some bombs eventually. I mean, you have to think they've been friends since even before, this was even a thing. And so I just think she has to know some stuff. In particularly, she was talking about the cheating, and I think that may come up with Ray at some point. I don't know. And I was a little worried about him too. If you've been watching the trailers and stuff, first of all, he was all over Karen's shoulder trying to sue Wendy. He's clearly he's clearly texting some broad that was, all up in the phone when, Karen had to let her know that she cut her or whatever. So I'm looking out for this season. I think it's going to be really, really good. As people have mentioned, Robyn is horrible for the franchise and she needs to go. She's actually blocked me on Instagram. But it's crazy, though, because I live in Maryland and I ran into her in a restaurant and she took a photo with me. But she needs to
a lot of DMV followers. All right.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But I just don't think she's a fit for this. It's like the same storyline. As you've seen in the next sneak peek, Karen was like, "Well, I'm walking down the aisle. When are you?" It's like, when are you? It's giving me real Cynthia Bailey, like dry. And so, But other than that, I'm really, really looking forward to it. And I appreciate you hosting this platform and this forum for us to discuss.
And thank you, Dewan, for calling in. I appreciate you.
Of course. Be safe.
You too. All right. Let's take a couple more callers. Oh, wait, before Danielle, I know you got to go to bed. Oh, Danielle, she just signed right out. Danielle, thanks for calling in. All right, Marie, I'll bring you up for a quick comment.
Hi, Cam.
Hi.
Hi.
You got to turn off. Wait, Maria. You got to turn off any browsers in the back. Okay, you turned them off?
Yes.
There we go. All right.
Okay, so that was one hell of a premiere episode, RHOP. And I feel like they're really going to deliver this season. I'm excited to see what Mia has in store for the franchise. And as for Karen and Giselle, you know, their relationship, their dynamic has always been so funny to me. It's almost like they kind of need each other because they both thrive off of their beefs, you know, with each other. Because Karen is always quick on her feet. She will read you down. She will shade you in her confessionals. She's just the epitome of what a quote unquote real housewife should be. Giselle, on the other hand, she's the instigator. She's the villain. She's the messy one. She's giving me kind of like an amateur Kenya Moore. You know what I mean? A little bit, but I think it's gonna be an amazing season. Robyn, I don't know why she's there. I really don't know. She's just one of those people that it's like y'all could really employ other. I'm pretty sure there are other women in the DMV area. She's just there because she's up underneath Giselle all the time. And Ashley, she's been kind of, you know, laid back and she's had kids and it's always her husband, you know, contributing to the mess. But yeah, I think it's going to be an amazing season and Wendy, she better buckle up. She better buckle up because she should have really peeped game from Monique. See, she thought she was gonna just get off scot free, and you know, this is the Real Housewives. This is what the show is about. It's about exposing and exploiting your relationships, your marriages, and clearly Giselle. We all know that you know she's nobody has ever claimed her, so of course she's gonna go after Wendy. But Wendy made a really big mistake. She should have peeped game from Monique because she crucified Monique last season. And she treated her like she was some hood rat that just went out of control. And I was like, you know what? I cannot wait to see how Wendy's going to act or react when they come for her and her family and her marriage. I want to see how she conducts herself and how she carries herself because she really was riding hard for the other side, you know. But I think it's going to be an interesting season. It's very refreshing. While RHOA has been going down the drain, RHOP is now ascending, and I love to see it.
Me too. Maria, thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you.
Good night. All right. T, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. Hey.
Hi, good evening. I'm calling from the Bahamas.
Hey, Bahamas.
I love your show. I've been following you for quite some time, so this is my first time calling in. I guess if I can start with Robyn and Juan, I think that we can all expect the wedding invitations to be the 33rd of February because they're not getting married. I can see, I mean, if you just look at the I don't even know if it was apathy or disgust on the face of Juan when they took that photo at the front of the house in construction. He did not look enthused. He did not look excited. And Juan doesn't give me any sense of sparks in terms of a fiance or somebody that you are in love with and you're rekindling this entire new relationship with and something that is resurrected. Juan gives me just the vibes of a sponge. It's like he's just there and it's so obvious. I mean, Robyn, I think it would be better for her if she were to just call a thing and say, you know, we tried, it didn't work, and now I'm going to rediscover exactly who I am. Let us see let her show us her dating, finding herself and getting involved with other things that would interest us as the viewers, because I'm sorry to say, I mean, the show is supposed to be entertaining, and there's nothing entertaining about her. I don't want to see her family or her boys in any way hurt. I don't want her to exploit the fact that she may be dealing with some type of perhaps situational depression or something. But it is what it is, and she just needs to call it quits. Giselle is like a textbook. I can figure out exactly what angle she's always going to play from the time that I've been watching the series. She always comes from relationships, and she comes from marriages and persons who would appear to have this marriage or some type of relationship that is solid. So if you were to simply respond to Giselle in the manner in which you would expect her to, it's like you would just pay her dust, because there's nothing mean or bad about Giselle, in my opinion. I mean, I deal with her like people with her on my kids' playground. She's nothing to me, just pay her dust. Who else is there? Wendy. Oh, gee. I guess all I can say is Wendy must have watched all of the episodes from 1 right until the very to the reunion last year, because she seems to have had an about face in terms of her way and her disposition. I don't know what changed all of a sudden, but clearly she must have just been following the views, clearly from YouTubers like yourself, and I think and us, the fans, because as I said, persons like myself in the Bahamas, we all have doctoral degrees. I don't know what it is about it. I mean, she was just fanning that as if it was something extraordinary. And in my view, where I come from, persons in the Bahamas and other women in the Caribbean like myself, gee, I had my first degree at the age of 22. So I was like, okay, is that it? Give me something else. Karen. I mean, Karen is just one that I find quite hilarious. When she made the comment about Sing Sing and Giselle, I don't know who did the edits, but that was actually perfectly timed, because even Giselle didn't appear as if she understood what Karen meant when she said Sing Sing. And I'm in the Bahamas. I'm like, lady, I'm in the Bahamas and I know Sing Sing, you're locked up. So then again, I felt a little bit sad for her, in the sense that I felt that Karen perhaps might have been a little mean, nasty, in the sense that persons who would have had some type of mental illness or something dealing with mental wellness, generally speaking, it may have been, frowned upon or something to be laughed at, when I think that we can all perhaps, looking from the outside in, clearly it would have been a very traumatic experience for Giselle at the time. But the point is, her husband at the time, her fiance at the time, her boyfriend at the time, he showed himself for exactly what he was from the very outset, but yet she still chose to marry him, and she still chose to follow the path that she took. So at the end of the day, like my grandmothers and mothers, persons in the Bahamas would say, she made her bed and she laid in it. The fact is, she laid in it in a facility or wherever she might have been. So I don't think that Karen was a little fair in that sense. But the comment about her having a hot box, oh my God, I was laid out. I thought that was so funny. And Giselle is looking around like, what are you talking about? And then the edits and the guys who did the editing, the lady Mia even asked, what's a hot box? That was so
what does she
funny.
mean?
And Mia should just say, ladies, I'm in my 40s. Don't give an exact age, because women of a particular age, I have lost. I'm not even 50 yet, and I honestly can't remember sometimes. I recently had a birthday. Somebody asked me, Tanya, how old are you? And I said, let me think. And I had to remember my age. So she should just say, I'm in my 40s. But the 36 is all wrong.
T, what do you say your name is?
Tanya.
Tanya, thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you too.
I like you guys are hilarious. I want to round out this conversation. I'm going to bring a couple people up at one time so we can round out this conversation. Miriam, what's going on? Shantae, Twan the Don. Okay. Last minute thoughts, Miriam, on Potomac. Miriam, you're muted.
I'm confused because Giselle seems like she's attacking everyone for attacking her marriage. Did she forget that she wrote a book and she toured for the book, bashing the pastor? She was the first one. When her first line in the confessional was he couldn't keep it in his pants. That's her. She said it.
Miriam, is that what you were doing backstage? You were just sitting there getting your notes together?
No, I took this. And another thing, when I said, like, I feel like there's a disconnect, it reminded me that I said that about someone else. And it's just like what happened in Married to Medicine with Dr.
Contessa?
With Dr. Contessa. All of a sudden she wants to stay home, then she wants to go. And, it's hard to keep up. It's too much drastic of a change of opinion. And that doesn't sit well with me, but that's just me, I love Mia. She is funny. She's unapologetic. And she has more than 4 homes. So she will be a target. She will be a target soon. Giselle, it's like she's full of herself. She can't give a compliment without referring to herself. And for the child, come on, Giselle, you're better than that.
Is she? No, sorry.
Well, that's not. I'm being nice. I'm being. I'm being nice.
So let me sit up and be nice too.
I am trying, but it just makes it so hard. Her entitlement is really, it's a lot. For one episode, it was a lot. Oh, she needs to bow to me and come on, girl, take a seat.
Oh, Lord.
Move on.
Well, we're going to have a lot more to talk about come this Sunday. Miriam, thank you so much for calling in.
Bye, guys.
Shantae, last minute thoughts on what we've been talking about all night.
Yes. So I think with Wendy, I think it's just her big attempt to reinvent herself. I think she saw how she came off last season. I know we got like a little bit of confirmation that she was kind of encouraged to kind of switch up her style a little bit. So she kind of took heed to that. Of course, I don't think they told her to get surgery. That was her choice. But so it looks like maybe she's trying to reinvent herself because you remember she was also tweeting trying to get Sharon's old spot on the what is it, the reel?
The Talk, which we just posted that Jerry O'Connell is getting that position.
Yeah, and congrats, Jerry. But yeah, I definitely think that this is all her trying to reinvent herself, and she's just been kind of just going at it full speed ahead with trying to get on TV and everything, and she's trying to be seen more than that. So if she doesn't revert to talking about those 4 degrees, then that's definitely probably what it is. It's a makeover of personality as well, which I do feel like she needs a little bit. And yeah, that's about it. We'll see what's what with everything else.
Yeah, and we will be following it, guys. Thank you so much, Shantae, for calling in. Twan the Don.
Good evening.
How are you?
I'm good.
Thoughts on everything that we've been discussing all night.
All right, so I have a few things for a few ladies. I'm going to say something nice about Robyn because I've never said nothing nice about her before. I really want to applaud her for chasing the love of her life. I really think that's amazing. If she really is deeply in love with, what's his name again? Juan. If she's really in love with Juan, I really applaud her.
I'm so glad that Juan Dixon is not here right now.
No, because I really do admire someone that's in love with somebody and just don't want to, give up on it. So I really applaud her for that. But maybe she should have tried out for basketball guys instead, because she probably would have had something more relatable with the women because she, marries a basketball player. I would say Candiace. I've been wanting to say this for the longest. I think it's a shame how last season, how she claimed she was humiliated on TV. She even said in an interview, I wish I could remember the interview. She said, I don't know how to show my face anymore, but like you came back on the show. If you were so humiliated about being beaten on TV like that, why you come back? We know you need your own money. But me personally, you're humiliating yourself by coming back to a show after you got your ass beat on, after you got your butt beat on, TV. Karen, I'm in love with Karen. One of my friends that do her makeup outside of Bravo, she literally dug in my brain like, yo, Karen is this, Karen is that. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give her a try. And I love her now. Who else? Giselle. Whew. Like I told you last time, Karen is Giselle's storyline. Like one thing I love about Karen is Karen, she could have a situation with anybody on that show. Giselle only situation 9 times out of 10 is always somebody she's threatened by. Versus Karen. Karen is just defending and gonna, defend herself at any cost. But Giselle, she's just attacking because hurt people. I'm really excited to see Wendy. Look, I had to quote Jussie Smollett's song, "Hurt People Hurt."
Here we go. Jussie Smollett. Where's he hiding?
Who knows, but I love him. I wish he was here. Wendy, I'm excited to see what she's going to bring this year because, like Karen first season, everybody been bashing on this show some way, somehow. Karen season 1, she like in the Potomac. And like Wendy was just like her season, or her first season. She was like my 4 degrees. So I think, now that she saw herself, I think she want to bring something else. Just be more, I want her to be more authentic because I feel like she's making up a lot of different things. Other than that, I'm excited. I love this show, especially because it's, the DMV. I'm from here, Here
we go. DMV. Juan, thank you so much for calling in.
Love you, Kempire. Have a good night.
You too. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and maybe we'll be able, depending on the schedule, be able to do more fan reactions to the latest episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac. It's been an amazing first episode of season 6. We will be recapping it, and I will be doing a special collaboration with my girls Layla Lynn and The Grace Report, recapping The Real Housewives of Potomac. We will be switching from channel to channel. I believe Monday we will be doing it at 1:30 p.m. Eastern on Layla Lynn TV. I'll be posting links in my community tab. So if you're not subscribe so you don't miss out on any of that. And then I'm sure the following week will be here on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. Shout out to you guys. Don't forget to follow me on my social media. Everything is at The Kempire. And also be sure to like us on Facebook, The Kempire and Kempire Daily. And if you haven't liked this video already, we have almost 500 people watching. Like the video and support the channel. Shout out to everyone that called in. Shout out to everyone that joined our membership here on YouTube, on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. Thank you for that, and thank you for supporting. And also, thank you to everyone that sent in a super chat, and thank you to all of my mods, and just thank you to everyone that was having the conversation in the chat, and thank you for everyone that called in. Here's my final thoughts on The Real Housewives of Potomac. It was a stellar first episode, and based on what I've seen from the second episode, it's going to be even better. And of course, we will be recapping and talking all about it, and I can't wait to hear what you guys think. So be sure to let me know in the comments, for those that are watching the replay of this live, what were your takeaways after a few days of watching The Real Housewives of Potomac, your thoughts, and some of the tea that we dropped earlier in this episode. Shout out to everyone in the chat. I appreciate you all being here. Go and get some rest. TikTok, thanks so much for watching as well. And I will see you guys later.